depending on when you're tuning in. This is Dr. Susan, and I welcome you to Play and Learn. And today we're going to discover a new series of books that I found that are really fun and have some really good ideas in them. But this particular one we're doing today, and the series is called The Magic of Me. That's the series. And this particular book is called My Magical Gifts. So we're going to see what that is all about, and then we'll see how we can create some magical gifts from not only ourselves, but from the way nature produces things and shows us things, and we discover more about who we are. All right? The book we're doing today is called My Magical Gifts, and it's the series, as I said, The Magic of Me. And this is just one of the many books that I believe there's 3 or 4 of them in this particular series. So we're going to take a look at this first book and see where it leads us. All right. And it's The Gift of Story Time is Magical. And there's the little girl with the beautiful box of gorgeous sparkles and rainbows shooting out of the box. And it's by Becky Cummings and Suzanne, and I don't even want to guess on how you say her last name. So I'll let you figure that out. Maybe Mom and Dad could help you with that one. All right? Okay. So here we go. And it's called Listen to This Life Advice. When you give, it's super nice. Plan a gift to give each day. A friendly act or word to say. It doesn't have to cost a dime. A special gift can be your time. Love to others fills your heart. Let's make a list of ways to start. Let's see what this leads us to. Teachers. Oh, well, we may not be able to see our teachers, but I'll bet you we can create something and email it to her or to him for right now, depending on whether you're in school in class or whether you're doing school by online and on the computer. Draw a picture, make a card, bring in flowers from your yard. Organize and clean with friends. Thank them when the school day ends. That we can do, right? When you're on the computer with the teacher. Grandparents. Not all of us get to see our grandparents every single day. And here's some ways to share your magic. Write a letter. Share what's new. Call and tell them, I love you. Laugh at all the jokes they tell. Bring a flower, stone, or shell. So she's having a conversation with her grandpa. And he's reading the book. Isn't that nice? All right. Pets. Do you know your pets need presents too? Time outside, a doggy toy, throwing balls can bring them joy. Pet them, snuggle, take a walk, sing a song, or speak sweet talks. Have you ever watched your pets when you got down to that real sweet, lovey voice and see what they do and watch their eyes? And there's a little kitty and a little dog. That'd be a great way to give a gift to your pet. Friends. Give a gift, a piece of art. Paint a rock with stars or hearts. Ride fast scooters, take a walk. Laugh and listen when they talk. And you know that very last thing she suggests? Laugh and listen when they talk. Just sitting and have a conversation with your friend because they may just need to talk and have someone listen to them. That's a beautiful gift. Neighbors. Bring them treats you made to share. A plate of cookies shows you care. Weed their gardens, shovel snow. Bring them mail in when they go. Like they're going on vacation or a trip or a weekend away. Take in their mail. Right now we can't do cookies and things, but we can certainly send a card, or maybe we do their weeding in their yard if you ask them if they'd like you to do that as a gift of time for them. Sisters. Not all of us has sisters, but you may have a friend that has a sister that you can share some time with her. Ask to brush or comb her hair. Lend your favorite toy to share. Climb a tree or play pretend. Tell her she's your greatest friend. Sisters are nice. I have 2 sisters. Aunts and uncles, when they visit, give a squeeze. Sit outside under trees. Build a fort. Read or hide. Snuggle closely by their side. Yeah, it's not often we get to see our aunts and uncles with. They have their families and all the things that they're doing, and when they come over and bring your cousins with them. Lots of activities and fun things you can share. People in need. Now, this is a fun project. This is a family project that you can do together. Donate clothes, a toy, a book. Help make lunches you can cook. Collect some food for folks near you, like applesauce or cans of stew. That's a really fun thing to do. There's a lot of different community organizations that you and your mom and your dad can all get involved in doing just that. And it's a very fun thing to do. It's a great way to connect with your community. Brothers, race your bike or kick a ball. Help him up when he may fall. No matter what challenges life brings, remind him he can do great things. Encouragement is a great gift to give. And it's a great gift to receive, too. Parents, do your chores right when you're told. Be kind to siblings, young and old. Tell them thank you out of the blue. Explain how grateful for all they do. He looks like he's taking a cupcake to Dad. And somebody's helping with the laundry. Even the cat's helping, see? He's helping move the laundry around. Yourself. Wow. You know, this is a very important person. Lots of water, healthy food. They're good for you and help your moods. Exercise and go outside. Ride a bike or use a slide. So there's our dancing peas and a carrot, an apple, and broccoli going down the slide and doing exercise. And that's a little hard to do, especially with how warm it is right now. But you can still go out and do a little bit. Kind things you can do, add right up. Show some love to fill another's cup. When you give, you receive too. The magic of giving starts inside of you. That's an important thing to remember. The end. They're saying goodbye for now. And this is a fun way in all the things that they shared, that they shared in the story. And I'm sure you guys probably already do a lot of that. I know that my grandkids do, and my kids did that when they were younger, that we did all of that kinds of things. And there's, when she was talking about paint a rock and give it to one of your friends or your mom or your dad, there's a project, there's a group called the Kindness Project. And it started out with somebody came with the idea of painting rocks and then leaving them in different places for people to find. And you pick them up and they don't belong to anybody, so you get to make it yours. And then maybe after you have it a little while, you can pass it on to someone else. But it's kind of the Kindness Rock Project. And you can get on the computer and find their website. They have all kinds of wonderful ideas and things that you can do that has to do with rocks. So if that's important to you, we talked about in the story about your community and giving things to your community. And wouldn't it be fun just to do something like that, to create rocks and stuff and leave them out someplace for people to take, especially right now when things are so stressful for a lot of people. That just to bring a smile to their face is giving someone a wonderful, wonderful gift. And I'll have to tell you a really quick story that has to do with that. My mother knows a lady, and she saw her on Friday, and she was telling her about this wonderful rock she found at the park. It was all decorated. And she said she turned it over, and on the other side, it said shine. Just the word shine. And she said because she was having a hard day, that word made her feel so good. She felt so much better. And the rock had flowers or something on the front of it. So she picked it up and she took it home. So somebody who created that left it for someone else. And they found it and they needed it just at that moment in time. How it made them feel so much better because they don't know who that person was. And the person that created it didn't know who that person that received it, which is really such a fun, cool thing to do. And this is a fun project. Rocks, you can find rocks in your front yard. You can go to the store and buy them if you want. But you can get the rocks all over the place. And if you get rocks, I'm going to show you some, because we're going to create some rocks, okay? So this might be a great project to do right now, since you're not in school all day long, to create something like that and then make a difference in your community. But if you find these kinds of rocks, I'm going to hold one in my hand, it's just a plain old rock, okay? But make sure it's flat enough that you can draw a picture or write a word on it. But if you find rocks that are shiny, a shiny rock has been tumbled, and you have to have special markers to color these. These are called paint markers, which is what I have here. These are paint markers, and they're like a paint, and that'll stay on the rock too. If it's this kind of a rock, right here, this plain one, you can use a Sharpie. You know, the permanent Sharpies, pens, you can use a Sharpie. I don't know if just the regular marker things that you get to color pictures and things like that will work on the rock, but try it and see, because we all have markers. But you may need a Sharpie, because the Sharpie will create it so that the picture or the word stays on the rock, okay? And so I'm going to show you how to create a rock. So you could create one for your friends. This is one I did a little bit ago, and it just says love, and it has a little heart on it. This is a shiny rock, okay? I'm going to use paint markers on all the rocks today, but you can use Sharpies, and most of us have Sharpies, okay? So here's this one, and it says I love you on. It says love, and then it has a heart at the top. So however creative you want to get with coloring your rock. This one I have a little flower. It's kind of hard to see because I used a really light color. It's a shiny color. So I'll add some other colors to brighten their rock up. But this one, you may decide you can create any kind of a picture. You can do a smiley face, you can do a flower, you can do grass, like the rock is sitting in grass. Let's see if I find my green marker. And this one I have to start. When you get these markers, you have to start them, so I'm going to create that. But while we're doing that, while I'm shaking this pen, is what are some of the other things with the people that you know in your life that you can do right now? It's like most all of us have Sharpies, and finding a rock isn't a difficult thing to do. Or you can go to the store and maybe Mom can go with you and get some, just a packet of regular old rocks. You can do that. Okay, so this one, I'm going to make it look like grass. So I'm going to make blades of grass. Different shapes. I think you can see that while I'm doing it. And the paint markers are shiny. I like the paint markers. That's what I like to use. So I'm going to do it like this. Not one big blobby line, but different lines so that it looks like the rock is sitting in grass. I'm going to go all the way around. So make sharp little lines like this. Go over to thicken them out. At my house, I have this little section in my front yard, and it's right down by the sidewalk. And my grandsons like to paint rocks. They don't necessarily write words or anything on them, they just like to paint them. So we have all kinds of bright colors that they can paint with. And we have this little rock garden. I think we have a frog and a couple of other things sitting in it, in the middle of the rock garden. And then they paint their rocks and they put them in the rock pile, or in the rock garden we call it. And so what we're working on making now is we're doing a wooden sign that says, "Please take me." And then we're going to put it right in the middle of the rocks that the boys have painted and made really the colors that they like. There's all kinds of different colors. And that's sitting right by our sidewalk. So anybody that's taking a walk and comes by, if they read the sign, maybe they'll take one. And then they can take it and put it in their yard or give it away, whichever they want. But it's something that the boys like to do. So it's kind of like helping the community simply by offering wonderful things that will make people smile. And that's the whole idea. So here, let's just use the word smile. So we'll just use the yellow and put smile on here. But these are the different kinds of projects you can do in your own yard that will add smiles to people that come by. So, if you go over it twice, it makes it kind of bright. So there's some, and I'm going to do a little yellow heart at the top. Now, if I was thinking of a special person that I wanted to give this rock to, so there's the smile, and you can see that one. I got to tip it up like this so you can actually see it. There we go. If you have a special person in mind that you'd like to give the rock to, you can maybe make a special message or something special just for them. Maybe they like the color blue. Maybe blue's their favorite color. So you can take one of your Sharpies, and this is one of the Sharpies that the rocks that it'll work on, and the ink will stay. But I'm just going to go around like little circles, like this, all the way around the edge. It's like an upside down E. So I'm just going to decorate all the way around the rock. And then I'll think about this person. What is this person really like? And sometimes you can think of things that would make them smile or give them a happy feeling, right? So we'll do this, and maybe in the center of the rock that the person I'm thinking about is, they've done something nice for me, so I think I'm going, I'll use a different color. So we don't downplay the blue. Let's use maybe silver. See how that'll show up. And again, I have to start the pen. I'm going to shake it too to get it going like this. So we can, there's the color, see? These are brand new. I just got them so that we had nice sharp colors for doing these rocks today. So it's going like this, and I'm going to shake it up a little bit more. And okay, that looks good. All right. So now I was going to, in the center of this rock that I did the blue, I'm going to put thank you. Oh, you know what? This isn't really dark enough. So we're going to put this pen back because I need a darker color. So let's go to red. I think I'll use the red we started with over here. Let me make sure. Yes, it's already got ink. And I can tell it has ink because the tip of the pen is red. And that's the interesting part. So let me show you the difference so you'll know when you get yours. So if you look at the difference between the two, this is red and that's clear because it hasn't been tapped yet to make the color come down. So that way you'll know if you have these kinds of pens what to do. Okay, so let's take the red, and I'll go over the silver because it didn't really show. So I'm going to do a thank you. Tap this a little bit more. And say thank you. My friend just gave me a vacuum cleaner she's not using and thought I would like it, and she did. So I think I might just give her this little card. It says thank you. And then you can just let it dry for just a couple minutes, and then if you want to write something on the other side of the rock, you can do that. So we'll do that. So let's take the idea of doing that. Say we want to draw a really pretty picture on one rock. So let me see if I can find a pretty good flat one. See, this is the box of rocks that I'm working with. Can you see those? Yeah. There's some shiny and some regular. So I'm going to get that one. And this is pretty flat. I like that flatness. So let's take this side, and I think maybe what I'll do to make it very pretty is I will do a flower, and I'm going to do the border. This one already has the black ink already. So I'm just going to take and do a stem like this, and then I'm going to do a little bit more. Then I'm going to do leaves just around in a circle like that. Close my circles. And maybe one more right here. That's a pretty nice size flower. So there's the flower. See that? And they're really fun to do. They don't take a whole long time. So there's that. So I think I'm going to do purple. Now again, I have to start the purple because I haven't used it. So see, the end is clear, so we're going to shake it like this. Shake, 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 shake. And go like this. And you just do it on a piece of paper. Piece of paper that nobody cares about, all right? That's why I have all of this. There we go. See, that one worked pretty fast. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to color this flower in. See, so when you have a black border, you can really see the flower petals. But it's a lot of fun. You can draw faces, you can draw trees and plants and flowers. And if you're really artistic, you can maybe do buildings or, you know, something like that. Okay, so we're going to let that dry for just a second. And I'm going to get my green out. And these pens that I got them at Michael's. That's where I got these pens. Oh, this one's green. I already started, so I don't have to wait. Okay, so I'm going to put leaves here. And color in the leaves. Just like that. Okay, like that. And then we're going to let that sit for just a minute. And then I'm going to show you, and then we'll write something on the back of that in just a second. The other thing that I thought would be kind of fun to do is we were talking about giving a gift, right? And I thought it might be interesting and kind of fun to take the rocks and do a message, you know? And the message could be maybe, and I'm going to use this box because it's a box I have available. You can use a smaller, narrower box like this, like half this size, and you can get those. They sell those at Joann's too, or unless you have a small, narrow box like that. And I'm using some of the batting that was in the box. They come with batting, and putting it there. But I thought it might be kind of fun to write a message on stones and put them in the box and give the whole box as a gift. So that might be kind of nice. So if we decided, let's say you are, say maybe a very, oh, here's a nice flat one. Oh, it looks like a heart. Look at that. Special. Very special. And another one that's kind of flat. This is good. Friend. So we have a message in a box. So if we do something like that, we can just do the words. So I think that's what we're going to do with these. And if you want to, is you can do the words first, let them dry, and then flip them over and maybe do a pretty picture. Maybe flowers or trees or just anything that you'd like. Maybe happy faces or a rainbow or anything like that. Okay? So let's pick the colors. So we'll start with green. I think we'll do green for the first one. Purple. You are. So there we go. You are. I'm going to put my instead of a. My. And red. Very. You are my very special friend. And special is shaped, the rock I think is cute, shaped like a heart. So we need 3 more colors. See, you are my very. And how about we do, I don't know how good gold's going to show up. Here's a different color blue. Let's do that. Let's see if we have it started. No. So let me start this one, and then we'll put the words on. But if you have a box, and find the, go ahead and find a box that you can use, and write a message on the stones. And then the cool part about this is that, okay, so there we are, special. And then I think I have the pink going already. Yes, no, I don't. So what other color? Okay, so we have dark, so let's go to yellow, because this is dark. Okay, so let's start that. So we're going to do you. I think I'll do this side because that's almost shaped like a heart too. Okay, you. I-O. But the fun part about this is you can do all kinds of things. And if you have Sharpies, you can use them and don't even have to worry about these paint markers. Okay? Okay, you. There's the U. Okay, and we went to purple. R. A. R. U. R. They're shiny too. And then this one, my. There we go. And then we did red. I think we'll turn this one too because this is a little rounder at the top, so we'll turn it over. You are my very. I'll write it down here so you can see what I'm doing. Very. That there, very. And here we'll do special. I'm going to kind of go at an angle. E-C-I-A. You can even write kind of fun, you know, go around the rock. Special. And then I'm going to use yellow because this is a dark rock. Oops. And if this was a smaller box, then the rocks would stay closer together. Okay? You are my very special. And this one, friend. Now, what would be really kind of fun, I'll put a little heart above the eye. What would be really kind of fun, there we go. You are my very special friend. So, we have created a message in a box with rocks. And then you can take the little flower and put the little flower at the bottom if you want to do that. So it's a very different way to send a greeting to a friend. Now, if you wanted to send this in a box and you want to either drop it off or, I don't know whether you could mail this very easily because the rocks will tumble all over the place. But what might be really fun if you did this is to go ahead and make the message and then do a picture on the other side and then just put a little note inside and say, read this message. And the rocks are going to be all mixed together, and they're going to have to create the message. Wonder what they would come up with. So that might be kind of a secret fun message to send to a friend, or maybe even create for your mom or your dad. That would be kind of fun. And then jumble the rocks, but make sure you put pretty designs on the back sides. But jumble the rocks up and put your note in there. Say, there's a message in here, and then they get to create the message. Isn't that going to be fun? Would you like to receive something like that someone does for you? I think that's kind of cool, and it's kind of fun to do. So that's my message in a box right there. And then here's the thank you message that I'm going to give to my friend for giving me a gift. And this is just to make somebody smile. That's a smile in the grass. And this one is just love you. Okay, so there's all kinds of ways, as she said in the story, that paint a rock and give it to a friend, do a card. There's all kinds of ways that you can give gifts. And the best part about that is that you're giving it from your heart. And you're giving it from your time and your talent. And especially if you like to draw or paint or anything like that, that's the very special, magical part of what you do, of the gifts that you give. So that's the magic. And the more that you give, the more you open yourself up to receive. As we give, so shall we receive. So that's the cool part about this kind of a thing. And it's just fun, and it's easy to do, and it just is a great way to do something different with your time, and another way to connect with your family or your friends. And as I said before, there's a website. It's called the Kindness Project, and you can find the Kindness. It's the Kindness Rock Project. Sorry, that you can find online, and they have all kinds of cool different things that you can do. So that's another way that you can find things that are fun to do. So have Mom or Dad look that up for you, so that you can take a look and see what kind of things they have available for you to do. And it's interesting and it's lots of fun. So make a difference for yourself. Be sure to decorate a rock that's just for you, a special rock just for you, that you can put in your drawer or you can put on your dresser, but you made that for yourself. How much you appreciate all that you are and all that you can become. And that rock's going to remind you about that every time you see it. So have a fun with rocks, fun with the rocks. Send a special message. And I'm delighted you were with me today. So you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.